What is cracking, YouTube? It's another video, another episode, and today we're out here at Poplar Hall again, out in the field. I'm gonna throw a couple throws with the MD, the original MD from Discmania. It was originally made by Innova, because back in the day, Discmania was still part of Innova, and then they broke off and then became their own company. But as you can see, this is still Innova tooled, made from Innova, and I gotta say, this old Discmania stuff, if I had a chance or if I had a choice to pick what disc I had to throw, what specific brand at what specific time, I would pick this Discmania stuff made by Innova every day of the week. This stuff is absolutely phenomenal. We're gonna see how it throws. We're gonna do a little round with this as well. So let's do flat, hyzer, and anhyzer, and let's get on with the round. I'm not throwing it that hard, and that thing flies effortlessly. That 0-0 number, I'm telling you, usually it's slightly understable. That thing held it for a good amount of the flight and just faded beautifully. Just like gently turned and just held that turn the whole way. Chef's kiss. Almost wanted to flip up, but it held hyzer for pretty much all the flight. It wanted to flip up a little bit, and then it just held that hyzer and just cruised gently towards the ground. This thing, I think from what I've seen with these two flights, very like smooth, cruisy flyer. The thing is sick. Shout out to Bob at Play It Again Sports, the owner of Chesapeake and the Newport News location. He has an absolutely insane collector's disc collection in his garage, completely filled with it, and thank you to him, he's got a lot of this stuff, and I want to be able to throw more of it. So Bob, if you're watching, let me get my hands on these so I can make more videos of them. Look at that thing fly, man. Again, it's a gentle cruiser of a disc, dude. It started really turning kind of hard, and then it gently just started going to flat and just panned nicely onto the ground, like perfectly flat onto the ground. So now that we've seen all the flights, I'm gonna go for a bomber flight, try to hyzer flip the mess out of this thing. It's not like a Leopard 3 or like a, I don't know, like a Comet or a Soul where I can put a lot of hyzer and easily pops up. This thing's got some stability to it. Park the pole again. One more go. I think I'll take that one. It didn't flip up all the way. It like flipped up a tad bit and just held that. This disc is crazy. This thing is sick. Let's get on to the round now, boys and girls. Threw it a little bit low, but we'll carry on. Good old step putt from me. Take our par and get out. This is probably one of the trickier holes just because it's low ceiling because the trees and the branches are so low. So I think I'm going to throw a little bit of anhyzer, just have it try to drift towards the basket at the very end. Not a bad shot, mediocre. I need to throw it in the air. I think I'm going to give it a little soft bid with the MD. Just throw a little pinch grip, put a little ante on it, see what happens. I think fly's so good, I'm just like not that good. Golfer B is better. Hole 3, it's about 270 feet. All these holes are gonna be like 230 to 300 feet-ish. So this is a hole that this disc should absolutely thrive on. It's a tunnel shot. So Levi, throw it in the air and throw it flat. And the disc will do the job. Ooh, turn it. Slide out there. Woo! That was pretty fight. It turned a little more than I expected. I don't know if it's a little windy up there, but crispy. I think it's another thing I kind of noticed too is like if you throw it flat, it's kind of understable. But if you're throwing it on hyzer, it doesn't really want to budge off the angle of hyzer that you put it on. Maybe I'm just weak or I don't put enough spin on it, but it's interesting nonetheless. Twice or it's luck? It's luck. What is this? Like 230, 250, somewhere in there. The bass is gonna gently curve to the right. So if I literally throw the same shot from last hole where it turned a little bit on me, where I wanted to go dead straight, should be a park shot. Throw the smallest amount of anhyzer to have it gently drift over. Maybe throw it a little bit left so it'll compensate for the anhyzer and just drift over. A little too left, but it was a really good shot. Too high, dude. Golfer B is better. Golfer, I'm making a video on that, dude. I am making a video on which golfer is better. Your first shot or your second shot. Obviously it's second shot because you make adjustments, but I'm making a video on that next. Here we go. Bring it up. Hole 5, about 260 feet. Again, this is another hole where the basket kind of drifts to the right. Throw this on some Annie and have it just drift over. It's not a bad shot, I just threw nose up. As you guys noticed too, I've changed my putting style. I know it's so weird, might just be like solely psychological, but holding another putter in my hand, I've noticed my putts, the percentage of going in has gone up, so. It's okay though. We're about to go on fire right here. We're about to go rest around birdie. Enough pitter-patting around. I'm parking. I'm absolutely parking. .330-foot par 3. It's definitely the longest hole of the course, so I'm gonna try to pump this one out. Yeah. Yep, that is the case of the yips because I'm scared to throw in the water, but it's up there above the hillside, so we'll probably take a little tricky putt from there. But as you can see, as I said before, I threw a good amount of pop on that thing, and that thing held that hyzer the whole way. I mean, talk about literally doing whatever you want with a disc and knowing it's gonna do that. That's this MD. Although this is a 4-speed, this thing is getting distance like no other 4-speed I've ever seen. So, kind of atrocious spot to be in. I don't like that. I think I'm digging this, going through this center gap right here. Pop it on a little bit of anhyzer. Might go nose up with it. Oh my God. Ball for B. Woo! There's some exciting putts right there, and you gotta love it. Pick up the pars and get out. And hole 7, this is the notorious big bush hole, baby. This should have no problem with it. My only problem is overshooting this because, again, this thing can really cruise. Hit a branch. Beautiful. Go back to even. Yet again, another perfect hole for the MD. Throw a nice high anhyzer turnover. Oh my God, holy baby batter, that was good. At first, I didn't think I got a hold of it, and I thought it would like go nose up and fade out, but before I went for that shot, I was saying in my head, usually when I throw like backhand turnovers like that, my problem is go nose up, and it puts on the brakes, and then it fights out at the end, and it doesn't get anywhere. Nose angle, very important. That thing just drifted all the way. About a 280-foot hole. Again, it's another hole that's drifting a little bit right to the basket. I want to throw it flat and trust that it's going to drift to the right. I haven't had that many reps on this disc to know it's going to do that every time. So we're going to put a little bit of anhyzer and just have it drift. Oh my Lord. She's a beauty. Wood chips. Kind of liking it for the putting green. Last hole of the video, boys and girls. It's about a 260-foot par 3. There's a Mando, this second tree in front of me, and you have to throw to the right of it. So just make sure you're going straight here. There's not really any right side gap, but I'm just trying to go down the center. And again, throw a little bit of ante on this thing and hopefully slots it through one of the gaps. Yanked it. Holy shit, I threw it at the other tee pad I was just at. What a round. They don't make this stuff anymore, and they never will. At least this exact like runs of them or plastics, there's only a limited amount of them, and they're a collector's disc. But this one was slightly used, so I decided, hey, let's do like a review slash like round with it. And man, I wish I had like a volt of straight up Discmania slash Innova made disc, because I would bag that forever and never get tired of it. This thing is a point and shoot. You throw it on ante, it holds the ante, it won't burn over. Obviously, if you overpower it and do a lot of ante, it's gonna burn, but it holds whatever angle and line you put it on. Pretty predictable flight. And on hyzer, it's surprisingly stable. It holds it the whole way. It doesn't really want to flip up quick, turn over. It'll do a little flip on you. And I guess if I really try, I could flip it up to flat, like from a deep hyzer angle. But these, not only do they fly amazing, but I mean, it feels so good. It's nice and tacky. It's got a gummy feel to it. And I really want to bag this. So I might replace something in my bag, because this thing is an absolute arrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoy some of the older stuff, seeing how they fly and stuff like that. But As usual, love always. Peace out.